Quick tip. Hey y'all, it's Kaezlo. Did you know that in PALWORLD, you can actually slide? Just like all the other Unreal type games? Look at this. Check this out. I mean, go downhill, you go faster. Did you know this? I didn't until somebody in my stream told me. You'll randomly find chests in the world, and these chests sometimes will require keys to open, which you get from defeating humanoid enemies. Whilst exploring the world, ensure that you talk to these folks to get any information they may have for you. Okay? They may give you goods like palladium fragments, palladium fragments. Also, make sure you're picking up your lifmunk effigies, and if you're not aware, remember that there's currently a bug with the lifmunk effigies. The memory reset drug causes the effigies to reset, and there's no way to unreset those on a current character. So do not use the memory reset drug currently until it's been fixed. Quick tip about dungeons. They have an expiration timer. Down there you can see 288 minutes. When that expires, this dungeon portal will actually disappear. This cave is an instance entrance, and it disappears when that portal closes. If you are inside it when it closes, you will appear out here with no portal entrance. Just if you were concerned that you couldn't do it, if it had like maybe 2 minutes left or something, go ahead, do it. There may not be a boss for you to take down, but you can still get the loot in the cave. There are chests. Tower of Rayne Syndicate is one of the first boss towers you will encounter. It is part of the tutorial to get this tutorial quest up here out of the way. You can take up to 4 other players into the tower with you to attack the boss there. It is a boss battle like a Poke trainer, PAL trainer battle, right? To give you an idea of what it is. These are the equivalent to, if you've played Ark, to doing the big bosses in each of the areas, the alpha gamma bosses or whatever the gamma boss. I don't know. I don't play much Ark, but it's like that. As you can see in the distance over there, there's a church. That's where we're going. That church is a location that houses a very special resource that you're going to want to find as much of as possible. I'm going to show you how to get it plentifully. So you're running around PALWORLD, and you notice these smoke billowing lines into the sky. Those are the locations of villages and or locations that house either friendly NPCs or enemy NPCs. So that gives you a direction to run towards when you see them, and it will give you access to either possible captured pals that you may not be able to get most other ways easily. All you gotta do is open the cage. Or it'll introduce you to a town and some folk where you can do some trading. We'll come back to that later. The trading is important, I think. There are some things that are harder to get, right? You may not have known this, but you can absolutely put these things in a PAL ball. Let's see. Right. Very low % chance, but with a 4% chance, you capture them often enough. Let's see if we can get him to show. Beat him down a little bit, right? He's a level 1 syndicate. I'm a level 1. Level 2 maybe. So 3% didn't work. Beat him down a little bit more. Get him down to like a sliver of health. There we go. There. So you can absolutely capture people. It is considered inhumane. Alright, so we've worked our way from Plateau of Beginnings to the Desolate Church here, up in this area, right? It's a fairly straight shot. I did it at level 1 without actually doing much of anything, so you can get here pretty quickly. Now, the reason why this location is so important is 2 things. First, if you're not making a base right away, and you need to level up with your effigies, you can do that here on the statue. These chests do respawn regularly, so make sure you come back here regularly to pick them up. These effigies do not respawn, they're one-time grab. And now you come in, you can enhance player stats, or you can enhance pal stats. I don't have any pals yet, so that's not going to help me. But in player stats, I can increase my capture power up, right? So let's do that. Now I have a little bit better chance of capturing pals when I use my pal spheres on them. Kind of funny, while we're here, I just picked up this Earth Skill Fruit Sandblast, and what this does is this allows you to apply it to a pal. So if you have a pal that you want to give it skills, and you don't want to wait for it to level up and unlock skills, or you want to give it to a different type of skill maybe, this might be an option. I haven't got real into it yet, but something to keep in mind when you find this stuff and it's for skills, you can use them on your pals in your party, right? Okay, so we talked about this at the very beginning of the video, how there's a place where you can get bone and horn. I didn't mention horn, but horn's the other thing you need for medicines. You can find wandering merchants either in settlements or throughout the wilderness where they may be wandering. Hit buy, come in here. You need gold for this method, right? You can't farm this if you don't have gold. You can buy the medical supplies outright. I do not recommend doing that. I recommend buying the bones or the horn. Our issue is a lack of bone. We haven't had much bone, so here I can buy 11 bone. That's not a lot of bone. I highly recommend you farm it, but if you cannot farm bone, can't find bone, don't know where the Vixys are, the Vixys are actually right outside this small settlement here. So if you're at the settlement, which is here, the Vixys are up in here, I believe is where I saw them. So that's how you get bone. It is required to heal your pals. The depression sets, the weekend sets, are even the ulcers and others are behind bone. So bone and horns, you can buy them from the wandering merchants. There are also black market traders, which you may find, that will give you other things as well. Pals that are not actually legal to own, right? Oh, what this is these are Vixys, and Vixys are one of the ways you can farm bone. Once you put them down or you capture them, they give you some bone and some leather. We are at Desolate Church. Now the reason we're here is there's a power statue inside, but also lots and lots of metal ore, if you will. And if you're starting out the game real early, this is a great place to get metal, lots of it. And also you can get mushrooms. So if you're a little bit hungry and you want to know what you can do, get some food, this is a good place to go. Aside from the berries, mushrooms seem to be pretty plentiful in the world if you know where to look. This metal, though, is one of the most important things, and was the whole reason I made this video today. I gave you a bunch of little tips and tricks. Hopefully we decide to come up with some more that we think will help you starting out. You can build a base over here, or at least you could. I'm not sure if that's still a thing anymore. I literally can't do anything else yet. Right, so yeah, you can build a base. We built our base over here on one of our servers, and it encompasses those rocks. One thing about these stones, if you build next to them, so if I put a platform, like right in here, these stones may not respawn, right? If you build walls, they may not respawn. So that's something to keep in mind, but ones that are not affected, not in the way of stuff, will respawn. These woods will respawn, so you have a lot of metal and wood in this location. Now, as a bonus, there's a little bit of stone, but there's not much up here. So you might think, well, crap, once I run out of stone, what do I do? Well, you're in luck, because we did some scouting, and we found some locations with stone. Look at that. Stone, 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 right? And then you get these little stones up here. Now, you do get the stone and tree plots that are available for base building. So once you have those, these are less of a necessity. But if you are building over here a base, your pals will attack these trees or these rocks or these metal nodes if you have the proper mining levels. To mine metal nodes, you need a level 2 miner. Tomcats will mine those, as will a few other characters, pals that I've not discovered yet, but hopefully this helps. I'm Kaezlo. You can always catch us over on twitch.tv/Kaezlo, Kaezlo. We go live after 6 p.m. Pacific. It's usually overnights, it's closer to probably 8 p.m. But feel free to come on over. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe if you want to see more gaming guides and gaming videos. We post a lot of random shit sometimes too. But if you'd like to ask us questions when we're on Twitch, feel free to stop in, say hey, join the community if you'd like to join our community server, which is run on hardware versus cloud server technology. Not that that's a huge deal, but we did have some issues on the cloud server technologies. It's also not a full populated server with a bunch of people randomly shooting you. And over there, you can see that is a boss node. You can't actually see it from here, but you go into that portal just like you did with any of the other dungeons or the towers, and you can fight a boss. Bosses unlock ancient technology points, which are required for getting your egg incubators, your feed bags, your grappling hooks, and your pal essence condensers. Pal essence condenser allows you to combine several pals into a higher, more powerful pal. Pals have star ranks, I believe 5, so something to keep in mind. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm Kaezlo. Peace out. Do you mind?